try to trip you.
How many of us are there?
There should be enough stools. If not,
Yeah, I know. I just wasn't going to sit all the way on the end.
Are we doing match chair? Number order.
Just make sure Limey's in the middle. She'll talk.
Chip and Kathy and Roger, you don't get to get off that easy. You got to be a part of this. I know, this is like an interview. Okay, so I have a couple of questions specific to each one of you, but if you feel like you have a really fun, awesome answer for a question, please chime in, all right? I know that our kids are really, really excited to hear from you guys. A little bit about this team, okay? So in 2004 and 2005, this team had a combined record of 109-9. Did I get that right, Kathy? Yeah. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. Also, a 55 consecutive win streak, which is an NCAA record. It still is the record for a single season, right? And it's still the Division II record, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, right? It's good stuff. Yeah, one more round of applause. It's good. Okay. Like I said, if you guys have an awesome answer to a question, please chime in. Okay. The first one I got is for Angie. All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
She sat here though. She goes first.
Starting on high. Okay. Give us a little look into the 2005 season. So, what do you think made your team so special? Especially, thinking about 2004. You went to the Division II World Series, right? We're super successful. You're all coming back in 2005. Like, what was so special about that team? And going into that season, like, what were your goals? Like, tell us a little bit about what the process was going into that season.
Okay. Oh, that's a little bit.
Check.
Woohoo, hello. Okay.
Also, I'm sorry. Can you please introduce yourself first? That is what I should have done.
Yeah.
Your position, where you're from, what you do now.
Okay, happy to. So my name is Angie, formerly Lindemann Furman, and I'm currently an implementation program manager with a company called Stryker. I implement communication in health systems, so in healthcare systems, hospitals. I have 3 kiddos back here somewhere running around, 9, and 11, and keep myself busy with their sports, none of which are baseball or softball, and it makes me cry. I would say I played first base. I was a lefty, and on this team, I would say that our season did not begin in 2005. Our season probably, in my opinion, I would say began in 2001 with some of our seniors that were up here. I think we walked in, and I remember having a conversation with Kathy, and she said, well, as a freshman, how many games do you want to win? And I was a state champion, as well as a couple of others here, and I was not used to losing. And so I wanted to win all of them. And she was like, well, that's a really high goal. And I said, yeah, I mean, this is a lot of time, right? You guys sleep, eat, drink, blood, sweat, tears, all the things for the sport. So I feel like really started out with that attitude of losing was not acceptable, and not in a bad way, but just that we had higher expectations for ourselves than I think anyone else had for us, and that's where it really started, in the gym and on this gym with softies in the wintertime. So yeah, I would say.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good. It was definitely the building, right? There's no accident. It's no accident. And that's the cool part. Okay, the next question I have is for Emily and Megan, okay? So a little bit about these guys. Pitcher and catcher, all right? You guys went to high school together at Fairfield. So you have a special relationship, right? Like, tell us a little bit more about that, and kind of what that meant to you this season to be pitcher and catcher together, and what that relationship was like. You wanna go first?
Yes.
Will you introduce yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm Megan. I was the catcher, so I had to put up with the pitcher. That's Emily right there. If it tells you anything, she said there's no I in team, but there is an I in pitcher. So this is what we're dealing with. So I had to help her a little bit. We had to get on the same page, but that started at 10 years old. So we played for quite a few years together, and so be able to come to NKU and do this together was awesome, and we still keep that battery relationship today. Emily?
Emily. I will say too, when we started off, her dad wanted her to be a pitcher and my dad wanted me to be a catcher. And we tried it at a middle school somewhere, and I didn't like getting dirty and all that, and we flip-flopped really quickly and it worked out perfectly. So, but I mean, us being the battery, you know, coming in and high school travel ball, college, it worked, and we meshed really well together, best friends still to this day, so it was great.
Best friends still to this day. It's so good. Kathy, I'm glad you got both of them to come to NKU. It's good stuff. They seem like a package deal. You guys are a package deal?
That's what, yeah.
It's good stuff. Okay, the next question I have is for Becky. All right? So, you know, the win streak started to build. Like, 55 games takes a long time, right? Like, that's a really big chunk of your season. What was the atmosphere like around your team as that streak started to build? Like, how did you guys handle the pressure that had? Like, how did that feel?
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am Becky Napier. I played 2003 to 07.
What position did you play?
Shortstop.
Yeah.
I'm currently a Cincinnati police officer. I've been for 17 years. We didn't feel any pressure. We had so much fun. Every time we had an away game, we watched Dirty Dancing. That was kind of like our thing. So we watched Dirty Dancing. Mego and Bob, they had this little dance before each game. It was so stupid, but it was awesome. And we just had fun. We didn't feel any pressure. We just enjoyed everybody. We all were friends and close, and just enjoyed playing ball together. And like most of they grew up together. I played some of the girls that aren't here now. We played travel ball together for the Louisville Sluggers, and so we'd been playing together for a long time, and that just kind of took all the pressure off. So.
It's good. I love it. I love it. Having fun. Talking about playing games, having a lot of fun. It's good. Okay. Steph and Rachel, you guys are next. I'm asking you the question. So, for those of you guys who don't know, Stephanie James is an athletic trainer here at NKU. Pretty fast center fielder, I heard. Still fast. I heard she wants to race somebody. No.
Who is it?
Anybody? Jen Rose? Jen Rose, do you want to race that?
No.
And Rachel also works here at NKU still, which is really cool. So, what do you, tell us, our kids, they chose NKU. They love NKU. I love how our families love NKU. Tell us what you think makes NKU so special and what has kept you guys here for so long.
We're good. 14 years. I know. 14 the same year. So Stephanie Linebaugh James. I am an athletic trainer here. We're finishing 14 years here. Actually worked softball for my first 5 or 6, and then that one came along. I guess what's kept me here, one family. Our family's close. We have a lot of help, and just the staff I work with has made it possible to be a mom and continue to do this job that I love so much. So it's a tough job. It's a lot, it's time consuming. I have how many basically children at this point? 80 track athletes and 25 soccer players. So they're all my kids, but then I have these two. So being in a place like NKU has allowed me to be a mom and still do my job that I love. They do. They love coming to drive the gator. And if, for those of you who know the rule, they skip class. So they're having to run.
My name is Rachel Vogelpold, my maiden name, Workin, and I teach the athletic training program here at NKU. I also started the same year Stephanie did, 2011. I was left field on the 2005 team. And I would agree with a lot of what she said. I'm a little bit different. I grew up in the area. I went to Holy Cross High School in Covington, came here, played for 4 years. And I love the fact that it's just a small community. kind of a big school atmosphere, but a small community of people. A lot of support. You know, my parents got to come to every home game, so that was a really big drive. And a lot of support from all the other sports teams, faculty, other athletic staff. So it was a great experience, great place to play, and happy to still be working here.
Good, love it. Okay, so this question is not directed at anyone specific, but I think we need to hear a little bit more about this Dirty Dancing tradition. Yeah? Does anyone want to tell us a little bit more about it? I feel like, yeah. All right, here we go.
We were totally on in the athlete training room today. It was playing.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember I was the one that said we need to watch this on the bus.
So this, you can say this is before cell phone, like before we had.
Yeah, we didn't have phones and.
We had phones. We just didn't have that.
Yeah.
We had phones.
We're not that old.
We had like real stuff. Just we were on road.
Okay, Blackberry.
This is like before Blu-ray. We had DVD player books.
Anyways, we watched it like the beginning of the season and we kept winning. So I was like, hey, we won. That means we got to watch it again. So it became this, what do you call it? Tradition. No, but not like a superstition. Superstition. That's it. Superstition that we just had to keep watching it over and over. And so we did, and they loved it so much. I would scream, if anybody knows Dirty Dancing, when the girl screams in the back. That's in the blue. I would scream in Angie's ear while she was napping in front of me on the bus, and she loved it. It just became a thing that we had to keep doing year and year. Yeah, we always had the same season, so it was always
Chip's favorite movie.
Yeah, Chip's favorite movie too.
Absolutely.
Right. So that's how it came out.
I love
and
it.
it just kept going.
Okay, well, my next question is for Chip, okay? So, Chip, how many years did you coach with Kathy?
14.
14 years. Okay, tell us what it's like coaching with Kathy. give us a little insight into this.
How much time do we have?
Right.
Can I
14 years is a long time.
She gave me an opportunity. I'm forever grateful for that. She was great. Kathy likes to do things her way. But that's okay. I mean, she was a great leader. And somebody's got to make things, keep everybody in order, if you will. No, it was great working with Kathy. It was fantastic. I enjoyed every year of it.
We got in a couple fights.
We got in a lot of fights. But in the end, it's okay. I mean, that's how you learn, right?
Yeah.
That's how you learn. And she didn't need a yes man. So it worked out really well. It's a great opportunity, and I appreciate it.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I've learned that Chip knows about everybody in Northern Kentucky softball. So if there's a good recruit, we don't get him. I'm landing him on you, Chip.
Absolutely.
Is that all right? Okay. All right. My next question's for Roger. You guys know Roger, right? Yeah. Welcome back. Tell us what made these guys so special, and like what you love so much about getting to coach them.
It became my biggest privilege. It becomes love and excitement and joy, and it's a great me. It was just good to be part of the team, to be loved and accepted. It was awesome. I think I won a couple of years ago in Boston. Yes, so it's great to do it all the time. We didn't look up. For his home run and we worked quite well on it. That was really good. Thank you.
Those two should be up here. Molly Bachman and Amanda Davis should also be up here.
I have a question for you guys, and I was wondering kind of where you went. So you're lucky this mic doesn't travel that far. How about that? That's great.
Thank you.
So I've had the opportunity to know Roger for only a year now, versus you guys have had the opportunity to know Roger for 25 years. But in my one short year of knowing him, I just see the way that he exudes love and joy for other people. And it just makes sense why this team is so close. Because him being a part of it, you can tell what he brings to the table. So I'm so glad that Roger's able to come back today for that. It's great. Okay, Kathy, my last question's for you. All right? I'm saving the best for last. Great. Good. Okay. And I'd love to hear from you guys too if you have an answer for this. So, we're chasing another Horizon League championship, right? Trying to get back to the championship. You know a little bit about that. What advice do you have for our team? I mean, it sounds like you gotta have fun, but I want to hear some more. For us, as we're in the middle of a really challenging part of the Horizon League season, moving forward, what's your advice for us?
Well, I have to agree with Angie. where we had, high quality players, and I assume from watching you the couple times that I've watched you that you are the exact same way, but just continue to practice hard every day. Listen to your coaches, respect them, and just Amanda Davidson, who should be up here because she was a student assistant. Raise your hand, Amanda. And then Molly Faulkner was also a student assistant. So they kind of started this. But Amanda used to say, every time she, at each practice or whatever, tie, how did you say it, Amanda? You strap it on like it's the last.
Tie my shoes like it was the last time I put my cleats on.
Tie her shoes like the last time she would put her cleats on, and that I would just say do that, because you never know, and you have a great opportunity. You guys are doing excellent. You're undefeated in the Horizon League right now. Just they probably didn't feel pressure. I wouldn't say I felt pressure, but it became kind of a life of its own because we would get interviews between games, which never happened back then. I mean, now, they interview the coach at a timeout, which is ridiculous. But anyway, they would come in between games and interview, and I'm just like, we have another game to play. So it kind of took on a life of its own. So my hope for you is that when the fact that when you continue to be undefeated in the Horizon League, that you don't let it become like a life of its own. Just take each game, one game at a time. I remember we were playing at West Liberty. This is probably the only time I really thought that I was going to throw up. But we were playing at West Liberty, who we should have never, ever been losing to. And we were losing to them, and I think it was like the third inning, and I don't remember, Chip probably remembers the score. But I looked at him, he goes, that's okay, we're going to win this game. But I really thought that I was going to throw up and it wasn't because of the streak, it was because I knew we were so much better than them, and we were losing. And we shouldn't have been. So just, your mentality has to be 0-0 every inning, one pitch at a time, all the cliches that they say, but that you have to do that. You have to block, if you make an error, you have to block that out. Everybody knows that you didn't make the error on purpose. Okay, the most important play is obviously the next play. So just, Amanda's advice, each time you tie your shoes, think that it's like maybe the last time you ever put the cleats on. Because I guarantee each one of these girls would give anything they had to play again. So.
That's good stuff. Can we give these guys one more round of applause for being here? And thank you guys so much for coming today. I'm just so excited. This feels like the beginning of a really cool relationship with our alumni, and I'm just really excited for what's to come. So make sure, alumni, before you leave, make sure you sign in, okay? And then check out all that cool memorabilia we have over there if you haven't yet. And then make sure you take a gift bag too. We got a gift bag for you over there, so just make sure you get one of those. But thank you guys so much again. I can't thank you enough. We're gonna hopefully thank you with 2 more wins tomorrow. That's what we're gonna do. This job really is such a blessing for me. I think I'm going to give back to Kathy.
I just want to thank Morgan for doing this because every player that I've talked to, I get emotional. Obviously, my players know this because I think they bet on how long it's going to take me to cry. But anyway, Morgan is the first coach, including myself, who has really made an effort to get the alumni together. And I cannot thank her enough because a lot of these players I've not seen for 10, 15 years. And it's awesome. It really is.
And before I set the mic down, I'm going to thank you back to you because I didn't know any of you guys. Like I literally didn't know any of you guys. When I said, Kathy, I have a big job. I need you to get all their emails. And she did. In like 24 hours. And so I'm just so thankful that Kathy was able to be back and to have Chip and Roger. It's been really awesome. So one more round of applause for these guys.
I'm ready to sign. Right.
What's up? How's it going, Norse Nation? Live. Yes.
Jesse, are you watching?
Jesse, Mom, Dad, love you. You're doing a roll or what? I'm going to get into your slime. Oh, yeah. No. The All-American team. Here we got Canada. Guys, we're not that old! We're not that old! Wait, they should wait. Oh, wait. We tried to say we didn't have cell phones. We were Alright, you guys, team, get in there! Don't leave me.
Hey, coach.
I was crying that time. You were calling me like sexy? Where's the shortstop? Yeah, don't be right there. Mac, raise your hand. Go like this. Shortstop. Have you guys been fun when we play?
That's funny.
Raise your election. I guess we're not gonna.
Nobody move. I got one question to ask after these pictures. I'm an avid softball fanatic. I'm looking out for Coach. And I want to know if any of the pitchers have any eligibility. We lost a girl.